Here in example 2, what we're going to do is we're going to find an exact value of cosine of u minus v. And in this case, we're actually given a cosine of u, and we have to draw, and a sine of v, and we need to draw a picture. So what we're going to do here is we need to draw a picture. Now it does tell us that u is between pi and 3 pi over 2. So that means that we're going to actually have a triangle that's going to be in our third quadrant. So we're going to draw a triangle in our third quadrant. This is pretty. And here's our triangle. Now if this is triangle u, this is our u, that's our angle measure. It says that our cosine is a negative 15 over 17. So remember your cosine, that is your adjacent side over your hypotenuse. So your adjacent side would be a negative 15, your hypotenuse would be a 17. So in order to figure out what our third side is, well, we got to do a little Pythagorean theorem. So we need to say negative 15 squared plus y squared equals 17 squared. So we get a 225 plus y squared equals a 289. Subtract those. You get y squared equals 64. Y is going to be equal to 8. However, we are in our third quadrant, so we need to make this a negative 8. So now if we need to find our sine of u or cosine of u, we already know our cosine of u for our u triangle is negative 15 over 17. Our sine would be a negative 8 over 17. So that's what we do with our u part. Now our v, this is a different triangle because here it says that our v is between 0 and pi over 2. So that means we're going to have a triangle in the first quadrant for v. So let's draw a triangle in the first quadrant for v. And this gives us our sine is a 4 over 5. So this is angle v. And this is your opposite side over your hypotenuse. So in the first quadrant, your 4 is your opposite side, your hypotenuse is 5. And we know from using this triangle a lot, that means your horizontal side is going to be a 3. This is a 3, 4, 5 triangle. So now that we have our triangles drawn, what we need to do is we need to find the cosine of u minus v. So the formula for the cosine u minus v is the cosine of u times the cosine of v plus the sine of u times the sine of v. So now, cosine of u, that's going to be from your green triangle, because this is your u. So we're going to say cosine of u, and actually it's even given to us, that's a negative 15 over 17. And your cosine of v is going to come from the pink triangle. This is your v triangle. So we're going to say the cosine of v, that is adjacent over a hypotenuse. So we're going to say a 3/5. And then we have plus your sine of u. So we got to go back to the green u triangle again. Your sine is going to be a negative 8 over 17. And now we have the sine of v, which we can get from our triangle is 4/5, or we're also given the 4/5 in our triangle up here. So I say 4/5. And now we just simplify, and we're going to get a nice pretty little fraction here. So let's simplify this. We're going to get a negative 45, because you get 15 times 3, over 85, 17 times 5, plus we have a negative 32 over 85. So since we have a common denominator, we can actually add those together. We can say our value, our cosine of u minus v, is a negative 77 over 85. And that's a nice, pretty exact value. We're not going to turn it into a decimal and make it look ugly.